We are now live. We are now live on the channel Forever Undisputed HQ. If you haven't subscribed, you definitely gotta subscribe, man. Definitely gotta subscribe. Man. Yesterday, if you guys were in yesterday's stream, sorry about that. A couple of things came up. I wasn't really in the right frame of mind to create content. A couple of things I had to sort out. But we are back here streaming again, and hopefully today can be a successful stream because today is another day. And today we are going to be talking about Lucho Diaz and whether he will be staying at Liverpool next season. The crazy thing about this season is we've been linked with getting rid of a lot of players. A lot of players have been linked with a move away. I've heard Gakpo. I've heard obviously Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, Jarrell Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, the list goes on. And the thing about Liverpool's team, as much as we criticize it, as much as we doubt certain players' ability, the team doesn't need that much changing. If we're being honest, the team doesn't need that much changing. But what do I know? I'm just a guy with an opinion. Everybody has one. And when it comes down to talking about Liverpool, I'm someone that is very opinionated on this topic. But I want to know what you guys think, man. I honestly want to know what you guys think. Obviously, I know we may not have as much people in this stream because obviously the Nations League happened. And with the Nations League happening, a lot of people are going to talk about the brilliance of Ryan Cherky. Obviously, Yamal getting two, Nico Williams bagging himself a goal. There's a lot to talk about, honestly, man. There's a lot. But yeah, today's topic, Lucho Diaz. Will he stay at Liverpool? Should he stay at Liverpool? Potential replacements. I'm going to talk about everything. And let me just start off by saying that, in my personal opinion, Luis Diaz has to stay. Luis Diaz has to stay at Liverpool because the winger market isn't the best. The winger market isn't the best, and the players that we would like to buy are not available. Like me personally, if Kvaratskhelia was still at Napoli, I wouldn't mind Diaz leaving. If someone like Kava was available, I wouldn't mind Diaz leaving. But Kava isn't available, Vinicius Jr. isn't available, Mbappe isn't available, and then you got players like Rodrigo, who is an iffy one because some reports are saying he's available and some reports are saying he's not available. So we're in a sticky situation. But I feel like the best decision is for Diaz to stay. Because the reality of it is you aren't going to find much better than Diaz in his position in world football that is available on the market. So if you can't find many positions better than Diaz on the market, you just got to function with him for another season. Potentially give him a new contract. Potentially give him a new deal. Because he had a pretty good season last season. Yes, during the winter time periods, he was a bit, he wasn't really the best. And he's now developed a reputation of a guy that can only perform in hot climates. But shit like that happens. Shit like that happens, man. It happens, man. Sometimes some people just play better in certain conditions and certain weathers. Obviously, as a pro, you would expect him to be consistent all the way through. But it is what it is at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Diaz was our second best attacker. And I know some people will say Cody Gakpo, but in my personal opinion, Lucho Diaz was better than Cody Gakpo in terms of his overall production, in terms of holding down the fort when Gakpo's injured, and in terms of stepping up when we needed to go, because he got quite a few clutch goals, like the performance against Man United, the performance against Leverkusen, the performance against Tottenham, the performance against West Ham. Diaz has had quite a few standout performances, and they shouldn't go unnoticed. And I feel like we should be rewarding him with a new deal. But you know how it is in football. You know how people are when it comes down to the age of what Luis Diaz is. Luis Diaz is 28 years old. He's going to be 29 in January. So a lot of people do not rate his value as much as it should be because they feel like, oh, he's getting younger, so maybe it's time for him to move on. But let me dive into some comments that Luis Diaz made, because Luis Diaz actually spoke about his future. Obviously, we know Barcelona is lingering around. And we know that Saudi is also lingering around. Saudi is always lingering around. If you're a player with that can offer something, Saudi's always gonna be there. It just is what it is. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go here. Let's get this up. Okay. Okay, let's scroll down. Just bear with me, guys. Okay. So, which one? Is this the quotes? No, this ain't the quotes. I need to find these quotes. Where's his quotes? Let's find Diaz quotes. Okay. Luis Diaz. Let's find these quotes. And obviously, if you're on the stream, like the video. It helps me out a lot. Okay. We got quotes from Lucho Diaz from Fabricio Romano. Right here. Okay. So, Luis Diaz says, I'm very happy at Liverpool. They treat me well since the first day. We're talking to other clubs. It's the transfer window. It's normal. If Liverpool renews my contract, or if not, I have to stay the 2 years I have left. I'll be happy. It's up to them. So Diaz has basically said, whatever happens, happens. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. So Diaz's mindset is, I'm calm with whatever. If Liverpool want me to stay, I'll stay. If Liverpool want me to leave, I'll leave. And as a professional, that's the mindset you gotta have, man. He's happy with his current situation. He's a current Premier League champion. He's currently a guy that's sought after, so he hasn't really got issues finding clubs or potential suitors if Liverpool wanted to shift him off. He's got Barcelona there and he's got the Saudi bag there. So if we're looking at it from that standpoint, Diaz is in a position where he is going to have good options regardless of whatever he decides to do. And as a pro, you always like to have those options. You got to keep your options open because football is a business. Like, people need to understand that football's a business. Yes, we want loyalty. Yes, we want our favorite players to be loyal to the club. But sometimes the club ain't loyal to you. Sometimes the club don't have your best interest. Sometimes the club ain't keeping promises. Like, football's a very short career, so Diaz got to do what's best for Diaz. And if the best scenario for him and his family is to stay at Liverpool, then by all means, stay at Liverpool. I don't want you to leave. Quite a few people don't want you to leave. And then obviously you got people that don't rate him as highly that are open to seeing him go. And I always ask those people, who are the replacements? And these are the candidates that I've compiled together. Obviously, some of you guys may not like the candidates, but let's look at the candidates I got. Okay, so we got Luis Diaz compared to Ademola Lookman, Bradley Barcola, Anthony Gordon, and Cody Gakpo. So obviously this season, Diaz has played the most games out of all of these players. Most minutes is... Diaz has got the most minutes this... Yeah, Diaz has got the most minutes this... Actually, no. Anthony Gordon has the most minutes this season. Crazy, because Diaz has played 2 more games. Okay, so Anthony Gordon has the most minutes this season. The most goals is scored by Lookman. The most passes made is by Bradley Barcola. Let's see if we can get some dribbling stats on here as well. Let's add some dribbling. Okay, so we got appearances. Okay, nope. Let's do shooting. Shooting accuracy. Shots on target. Okay, no goals we got. Okay. Let's put conversion rate. Do we have... Let's see, activity stats. Okay, appearances we got. Shooting we got. Do we have dribbling? I need dribbling stats. Okay, duels. Okay, it should be here, I'm guessing. Okay, nope, it's not here. Take-ons complete. Okay, take-ons complete. Let's do that. And then what else is there? Let's see. This is up. Possession. Okay, let's see. Okay, that should be everything. Okay, Let's go back here. Boom. Okay. So, let's do this from the beginning. So, obviously, Díaz has played the most games. Most minutes, I'm guessing it's Gordon. Okay, shot accuracy is Díaz, but obviously he might have more shots. Shots on target is Bradley Barcola. Most goals scored out of all the wingers is Ademola Lookman. So if we're looking for output, if we're looking for numbers, then Lookman's the guy. Like that's well and truly evident. Lookman's the guy. Okay, wait. Do we have assist numbers? Let me see if I can get assist numbers on here. Let me see if I can add assist numbers. Passing accuracy, shot conversion, passing attempts, goals, conversion rate, left foot, right foot, home and away, nope. Passing, let's see. Assist, chance created. Okay. That should be good now. Okay, let's go. So we got Díaz obviously with the most shots, the best shot accuracy. We got Díaz with the best conversion rate. Assist, the most amount of assists is Bradley Barcola. Take-ons completed is Díaz. So I'm looking at these stats overall. Outside of goals, and if you're looking at availability, the best person on here is Lookman. The best person on here is Lookman. Ademola Lookman is the best person in terms of chances created. Lookman is the best of that. Like if you're looking at all the viable options that Liverpool fans talk about, I haven't got Leao on this list. The best person is Lookman, and Lookman's the same age as Díaz. So if you're one of those people that are saying shift Díaz off with age, then Lookman is gonna be in the same bull bracket because Lookman is the same age as Díaz. I'm pretty sure Lookman is 28 years old, but if you're looking at it overall, it generally makes no sense getting another winger. It actually generally makes no sense. If I'm being real with you guys, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It actually makes zero sense to sell Díaz or to try and push Díaz to go. If anything, you gotta keep him because the market for left wingers is not that great. And what's the point of exchanging Díaz for Lookman, who may not necessarily get the numbers? You might as well keep the chemistry as high as possible because Liverpool are in a position where obviously there's some players that we could shift on. Obviously there's players that we could consider shifting on. But sometimes the right decision is to just run it back with what you got. Sometimes the right decision is to just keep the players that you have. You don't need to constantly tweak the team. Sometimes the team that you have is perfectly fine. That's the reality of it. I feel like a lot of people get caught up with the idea of just trying to shift players on. But sometimes there's just no need. Like legit. Like sometimes there's no need to shift people on. Sometimes you just keep what you have and just keep a good thing going. If I'm Liverpool, I'm trying to add another 2 years onto Díaz's contract and trying to make sure he stays and he's tied down. So if we then want to sell him, we have a valid amount of money. We're gonna have a good amount of money to sell him for. But if we don't sell him and it's a year left and we're trying to dilly-dally debating whether we should keep him, whether we should sell him, it's not a good look. But I want to know what you guys think, man. I see one person in the chat, man. Like the video. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Should Liverpool keep Luis Díaz or should Liverpool sell Luis Díaz and maybe promote Rio? I'm hearing what's that other guy? I forgot his name. I need to get him up here. Let's get him up here. Let's get rid of Gakpo for a second. What's his name? Malik Fofana. Okay, I'll say Malik Fofana. Let's try this now. Let's see Malik Fofana's numbers. Because a lot of people have been gassing this guy up. A lot of people be saying this could be the guy that could be a potential replacement for Díaz. And numbers wise, Ain't cutting it. If you have a like Jones, the crazy thing is, yeah, if we have a good number 9, it's not an issue. That's the thing. If you have a good number 9, it's not an issue. So I'm looking right now. Successful shots. He has the best shot accuracy on the list. Probably down to the fewer games he's played. Shots on target. He hasn't got as many shots on target as everybody else. Goals scored. He's got the least amount of goals. He's got less than Gordon, less than obviously Barcola, less than Lookman, and less than Díaz. Okay. Conversion rate. He got a better conversion rate than Anthony Gordon. Assist. He got the lowest amount of assists. And then chance created, he got the lowest amount of chances created, which makes sense because of the amount of games he's played. Only played 29 games. But looking at this list, if I'm looking at the overall package, like I said, Lookman and Bradley Barcola are the best one. But obviously, we all know that Lookman is more available than Bradley Barcola. Yeah, Lookman is a lot more available than Bradley Barcola. So since Lookman's a lot more available than Bradley Barcola, he would be the person that you would get if Díaz wanted to leave. But since Díaz is not pushing for a move, you got to keep him. The versatility, how he can play across the whole entire front line, that is very valuable, and that's an underrated attribute that we need to value. We need to value that attribute, the ability to play multiple different positions, from striker to false 9. The only person I can think of head that can play that is Rodrigo. Which, let's look at Rodrigo's numbers. Rodrigo. Okay, Rodrigo. Okay, let's look at Rodrigo's numbers. These numbers are not looking that impressive too. I'm gonna say this, guys. If you look at it this way, not many people are gonna have better numbers than Luis Díaz as a winger. That's just the reality of it. Not many people are going to have better numbers than Luis Díaz as a winger. We just got to keep it 1,000. I'm looking at it right now. The only thing this guy, Rodrigo has is passing. He's made the fewest amount of games, played the fewest amount of minutes, has the second fewest amount of shots in terms of accuracy. Conversion rate, almost the lowest, just about better than Anthony Gordon. Assists, basically the same as everybody else, bar Bradley Barcola, who has 24 GA. Okay, chances created, he has the lowest. Passes attempted, he has the best. And obviously take-ons, he is the second best. He's actually pretty good at take-ons. But on this list, nobody's a better person at taking on than Lucho Díaz. And that's the reality of it, man. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is this. I want Díaz to stay. I think Díaz should stay. Whether he will stay, I don't know. That's the one thing that I'm absolutely puzzled about. I can't give you a definitive answer. I can't give you a definitive opinion on that because there's not really much to say on it, if I'm being real with you. There's not really much to say on it, if I'm being 100% honest with you. It's just one of those situations where it is what it is. No, it's not really one thing to say. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be real with you, man. And this is just me diving off topic a little bit, man. I am tired of this Florian Wirtz saga dragging, man. It's been dragging for so damn long. Like, can't we just agree a fee? Can we just agree a fee? Can we just agree? Man, I'm seeing Tom. Wait, guys, look at this. I'm gonna put this full screen. Look at this guy, Tom Little. This was just like watching Harvey Elliott versus that nasty work. You know what's crazy? I know he don't believe that. I know Tom Little don't believe what he's saying. He's just trying to be on the wave of not Turkey. Or Florian Wirtz is better. The audio is poor. Wait, can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me? I didn't realize the audio was bad. Can't you hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me double check my audio. I did not realize the audio was bad. Hold up. Yeah, today's topic, Lucho Díaz. Will he stay at Liverpool? Hold on. Should he stay at Liverpool? I'm looking at it right now. Look at this guy, Tom Little. This was just like watching Harvey Elliott versus that. Nasty work. You know what's crazy? I know he don't believe that. I know Tom Little don't believe what he's saying. The audio seems fine to me. He's just trying to be on the wave of the audio seems fine to me. Am I bugging or something? Let me know if the audio is bad. Like honestly, man. I hope the audio is good. I know Tom Little don't believe what he's saying. The audio seems fine to me. He's just trying to. My audio is poor. Damn. Maybe it's time for me to upgrade and get a new mic, man. Sorry about that, man. Just bear with me. Oh, it's better when it's touching my chest. Okay, I'll keep it here. But yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Real? What do you think? Do you think Díaz will stay? Do you think Liverpool should try and keep him? Do you think Liverpool should sign him a new contract? Do you think that letting him go for free is a smart idea? Let me know. I'm actually curious. And obviously, like the video. Since you're here, like the video. Since you're here, do you think Díaz will stay? We need the likes up. We need to bring more traffic here, keep him? The last couple of streams haven't been the best. Do you think we're trying to build it back up again? Letting him go for free is a smart idea. Let me know. I need to figure out what times are good. Like the video to stream. Since you're here. Still figuring that out. Since you're here, do you think Díaz will stay? The likes up. We need to think Liverpool should try and keep him. 2 people in the stream. Contract's good. We're trying to build it back up. Oh shit! Hold up, my bad. 2 people in the stream. Like the video. Like it. Like the video. It helps me out a lot. Brings more traffic to the channel. I actually didn't realize there was audio playing in the background. I had to quickly mute that. But yeah, like the video. Bring more people to the channel. We're trying to get this place going places. But yeah, if you didn't know, he should leave. Fans don't know ballers. Yeah, that's true, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of people. I feel like the problem with today's football is we're in a stats-driven league. A lot of people care about stats, but I looked at the best options out there in terms of obtainable players. I threw in Bradley Barcola because a lot of people like Bradley Barcola. But obviously, if you see on this list, Díaz is the best player on this list. The Rodrigo that everybody wants, maybe it's because he's at Real Madrid, only has 6 goals and 5 assists. The only other person that you get that is comparable is Bradley Barcola. And the thing about Bradley Barcola is his finishing ability is woeful, but he has youth and he's good at getting a good amount of assists. So when you're dealing with a Bradley Barcola, okay, let's see. I want them to get who they want so I can laugh at them. So who do you think people want though? Who do you think people want? I haven't seen Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon his last season was pretty meaty. Pretty meaty last season. Obviously he scored in big games, but like, come on, man. There's 18 other teams, like 19 other teams to go up against. So we need you to perform against other teams. You can't just be on one team and just should I say a top 6 and just perform like that. It just can't function like that. You know what I mean? It just can't function like that. You got to be wary of the fact that that you got to perform consistently. And when you're at a big club like Liverpool, consistency is very, very much valid. And like I said, the best other person other than Bradley Barcola, who I don't think is attainable, and if he is attainable, I reckon PSG are going to ask up to 100 million. And let me ask you this. Do you think Bradley Barcola is worth 100 million? Only Malik Fofana is close to Díaz. But he's young though. Malik Fofana is 20 years old. And I see three people in the stream. Like the stream, man. Let's get this out there. We need to get more people watching this stream. We need to get more people. As far as Fofana, Fofana is 20 years old. And do you think he's ready to be a second option or even potentially a first option? Because let's say Gakpo gets injured. Do you think he's ready to step in and fill in Gakpo's position? Me personally, I don't know. I generally don't know whether Fofana is ready to take that responsibility, because that's a big responsibility. That's a big demand and a big ask to get a 20-year-old kid to come in and then play at a level that's good enough to win a league or a Champions League. Okay, Nico Williams only plays good for Spain. That's true. You know what it is, yeah? Nico Williams is very inconsistent. He don't really have that great output. His Spanish output is good, but maybe he only plays well for Spain. Age doesn't matter. Age doesn't play football. Age doesn't play football. You are 100% right. But I'm saying he's young, as in like, is he ready? Has he matured? Is his game seasoned enough? Obviously, we know he's got the talent. He's got good dribbling ability. He's good 1v1. He can take on a man. He can get a goal. But can he do that at a consistent level? Will he make right plays? Will he make smart passes? Will he make bad decisions? Because obviously we see players like Jeremy Doku, great 1v1. Beats his man, wrong decision a lot of the time. Good player, but needs to get that decision making right. It's not really about the age I'm talking about, per se. I'm talking about decision making. Do you have the IQ to do what you're meant to do, you know? And yeah, Nico Williams is another guy we're linked with, man. He ain't got good numbers though. Okay, let's see what you're saying. The world's best player is 17, so don't watch Fofana's age. I'm not watching Fofana's age, but what you gonna say? Yamal is a freak of nature. Yamal has a very, very high IQ and very high understanding. But you are right. In order to get opportunity, in order to be good and build experience, you need to get opportunity. You are 100% right about that. I'm not disagreeing. I'm asking the question to you. Do you feel that he is ready? Is he ready? Or is he not ready? But like I said, only time will tell. He can come here and he can be better than Díaz. I don't know. I believe he's a good player. I would like us to sign him. And yeah, there's not really much to say about that, man. Like I'm really a fan of Malik Fofana. If the board and the scouting team feel like this is the guy we're gonna we're gonna move Díaz on to get this guy, then so be it. I'm all for it. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me give you a proposition. What if Liverpool, obviously it's too late because Turkey's going Man City. What if Liverpool actually went for Turkey and Florian Wirtz, let Díaz go, push Florian Wirtz onto the wing, and play Turkey in the 10? How does that sound? How would that have sound if we did that instead? Slot will make him ready. Okay, that's fair. Like I said, I'm not arguing, not disagreeing. It's just asking questions because these are questions that need to be asked when you're doing these things, yeah. But yeah, moving on. One thing I want to talk about is I saw that Cody Gakpo's representatives are talking to Bayern Munich. Do you think Cody Gakpo will leave Liverpool? Do you think Cody Gakpo should leave Liverpool? And are you concerned that Liverpool are in a position where too many players are linked to a move away? Are we overhauling too many attackers? Me, in my personal opinion, we need to keep majority of our attackers. Yes, you can sell Nunez. Yes, you can sell Jota. But for me, everybody else I'm keeping. I don't want too many changes. I still got Gakpo. I still got Díaz. and I still got Salah. I don't need to sell Jota. I mean, not Jota. I don't need to sell Díaz. I don't need to sell Gakpo. I want to keep Gakpo. Works as a 10. Full stop. Hey, I'm just posing the question because here's what you got to do. Yeah, this is a discussion. When I say these stuff, obviously I want Voights to play the 10. I'm not sure if I showed you my team. Let me show you my team on a previous stream. Let me show you my ideal team. Let's get my ideal team up. Let me get you my ideal team from a previous stream that I did. Let me get you my ideal team from a previous stream I did. Okay, not this team. This team had the good. This is the team with Gyökeres signed. This is my dream Liverpool team. If I had a dream to have a Liverpool team, this was what my Liverpool team would be. And if you guys are joining the stream, slap the like button, man. We need to get these likes up. We need to get the name out there. This is Forever Undisputed HQ. If you guys like comedy skits, make sure you subscribe to It's Dr. Blick. Link to that channel is in the description below. I just recently released a video about being black and going to the barbershop. So make sure you check that video out when you get the chance. Very well put together comedy skit I made. And also, if you're here, like the video, subscribe, because we're gonna be doing more of this. I'm trying to get used to streaming and whatnot. But yeah, let me show you my ideal team. Okay, so this was my ideal team. Let's full screen this. Okay, so this was my ideal team. Boom. This is the team I wanted. This is the team I wanted. Alisson Becker in goal. Right back, Frimpong. Yo, what's good, Jordan? What's good, Jordan? How you doing? Hope life is going good with you. Get Malik Fofana if Diaz leaves. Possibly. Malik Fofana is a good player. Like I said, I want Diaz to stay because I like his versatility and I like the fact that he can be a option in the false 9. Because at the moment the striker market is stinky. I don't know what striker we're gonna end up with, so I'm trying to put us in the best position to. I want us to be in the best position to contend for not only the Premier League, the Champions League as well. I want us to try and compete for everything this season. But this is my team. This like real. This is my team. So obviously, Alisson in goal, Frimpong, Konate, Virgil, Kerkez, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Wirtz, Diaz, Alvarez. That's what my team would be. I'm a massive fan of Alvarez, but I wouldn't have a problem with what's his name? My mind's gone blank. With Gyökeres or a Isak. Isak is probably the best option in terms of pure striker ability and pure ability of being a good finisher. But hey, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Okay, so let me let's see what you guys are saying. So if we can't get Wesley, not Wesley, I keep saying Wesley Fofana. If we can't get Malik Fofana, who do you want? Okay, Grav Sobo midfield is better balance. I can see why you said that, because you're talking about the engine of Soboslai, and let me show you. Yeah, you're talking about the engine of Soboslai, and you know, I'm not sure if I told you this in previous streams. I've always said that, in my personal opinion, Soboslai is our version of Fede Valverde. Whoa, shit. That fell down. Soboslai is our version of Fede Valverde. He can shoot the ball. He's got high work rate. He can defend. He can attack. He can play right wing, left wing, double pivot, number 10 if you really need to, but it's not his strongest suit. If he really wanted to, he probably could do a job at right back. Soboslai is just a naturally versatile player with good physical attributes and one hell of a shot of him, which is the same thing that Fede Valverde is. It's just that at the moment, Soboslai is not playing in a position that suits him the best. So that's why in certain situations he looks uncomfortable. I've said this in previous streams. Football is all about comfortability. Okay. If we sell Nunes, we can get Nick Verdman. Oh yeah. I've seen him. He's like 23 years old. I heard he put on a stinker yesterday. Or we can get Retegi from. I heard about Retegi. I saw some highlights on Retegi. He looked like a solid player. Retegi is someone that Retegi the stagger 40 million with Atlanta. And his release cost is 50. Oh, okay. Like I said, at the end of the day, if we get a Retegi, that'll be cool. If he wants to go, because I heard Italians, which according to Tom Little, technically he is not Italian. He is from Argentina. But yeah, Retegi is someone that I would entertain. I would definitely entertain Retegi. And yeah, I think Retegi is a good player. But the other guy you mentioned from Germany, I heard he's solid, 6'4", got good stature, looks solid. Had a decent season. Didn't play that many games. I saw that he played like 28 games. Grav Sobo, yeah, it is better balance. But the great thing, real, is we got options. It's all about having options. Okay, Ekatike is the only good striker. Are you sure? You don't rate Gokares? You don't rate Retegi? I want to say he's the only good striker, but fair play. He looks like he's going as well to Chelsea. It's funny because I actually predicted that he would come to Liverpool, but Liverpool are moving too slow because Liverpool are putting all their energy to try and get the Florian Wirtz move over the line, which, by the way, that saga is moving at turtle pace and is actually pissing me off, man. Why can't Liverpool just hurry up and get the deal done? It's taking so damn long. Yes, you got to understand the structure. Yes, you got to do this. Yes, you got to do that, man. But I'm tired, man. Like, honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired of all of this. Waiting, haggling, all of this stuff, man. I just want to know whether he's going to go to Liverpool or not. Like, can we get this over the line? Okay. Hold up 1 minute. Let me just put this out there to let people know. We still live. Boop. Okay. Anyways, let me look at your comment real quick. Let's see if we got any news. Just surfing the net just to make sure we got news. Okay, let's look in the chat now. Okay. To me, if we buy Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, the French centre back from Leipzig, and Vorman or Retegi, I'm good with the window. Yeah, I'll be good. I repeat, Ekatike is the only good striker. That is why he is number 1 on Liverpool's shopping list. That's true. That's true. But in times like this, you got to prepare yourself for the worst. But yeah, if we sign Frimpong, Wirtz, a centre back, and Retegi or the other guy you named, which I need to do a little bit more research on, but from what I've seen, he looks solid. I would be okay with it, but I still think we need a DM. I still think we need a DM. But in terms of Ekatike, I'm telling you, bro, the ball's sailed. We've seen what happens to Liverpool when they try and compete against Chelsea. We get bodied. We don't win transfer windows. They're like us beating Bayern is a rarity. Like, it's a rarity. Okay, I just saw some big news. Breaking news: Rodrigo is likely to leave Real Madrid this summer. Boom. There's your Díaz replacement. How would you guys feel? Would you entertain Rodrigo? He's likely to leave the summer. The club will demand at least 80 million euros fixed, and the file sale price will probably be around, they want 100 million euros. They want 100 million euros. They want 100 million euros for Rodrigo. I don't know how I feel about that. If we sell Díaz for like 80 million euros, then yeah, I guess because you're just slapping 20 million euros on top of that. But I ain't feeling that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't feeling that. Okay. Let me get this up. Let's go here. Okay. I doubt it. If Liverpool will get a DM, we will have Soboslai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Jones, Endo, Bashatit. If we get another midfielder, one of those guys are getting sold. Most likely Endo or Batacic. But I'm telling you right now, if we get another midfielder, most likely one of those guys are getting sold. And that would not shock me. That would not surprise me. And I honestly would not have a problem with that, if I'm being real with you. If I'm being real with you, I would not have a problem with that. Díaz will not leave as Liverpool rate him highly. Okay, then why don't we just give him a new contract? Why don't we just give him a new contract? That's my question. If Liverpool rate Díaz so highly, why aren't we giving him the money he deserves for the talent level that he has, and obviously in the job market that he's in? He's a professional football player, and I'm hearing he's on 50 grand a week. Obviously, he's going to have his bonus, but his base salary should be more. But, yeah. It is what it is, I guess. But that's my opinion. I want Díaz to stay. Rubbish, Jones, and Elliott should go. Elliott's leaving. Like, that's a given. Elliott will no longer be a Liverpool player. You don't need to worry about that. Elliott's leaving. I'm seeing people having a meltdown about Cherki, saying they do not deserve Cherki. Hey, it ain't about what you deserve and what not in football, man. It's about who you can get. I personally worry a bit about him under Pep, but maybe I'm wrong. The other day, I had the cheek to ask if he was better than Harvey. I'm just like I'm telling you guys. I'm just looking through posts. Let me ask you that. Let me ask you guys this here. Do you think, not only do you think if Wirtz is better, do you think Wirtz is better than Cherki by 100 million? Like, do you think the gap between Wirtz and Cherki is big? I want to know what you guys think right now. And if you're new to the stream, like this stream. We need to get this popping. We need to get this sharing. But do you think there's £100 million difference in Wirtz and Cherki? Me personally, I don't think you can get it wrong with either one. If I'm being real, I don't think you can get it wrong with either one. Okay, Liverpool is in the driver's seat for Díaz. Still got 2 years left on his contract, 55k a week. So Liverpool is not in a hurry to renew his contract. So we're just gonna let it run down, and if he balls in his final year, we're just gonna let him be in a position to walk. Then is that what we're gonna do? What if next season is Díaz's best season and he goes into 1 year? Two different types of number 10. But I know the two different types of number 10, but they're 10s. Who would you rather have? Like they play the same position. Obviously, they play the position differently. But is there £100 million difference between the two of them in terms of the position that they play? You get what I mean? Okay, Wirtz has more to his game. I believe so. I believe he has more to his game. Comparing Wirtz and Cherki is like comparing Prime De Bruyne to... No, man. You're taking the piss now. Come on, man. The gap ain't that big. The gap ain't that... Like, come on, man. The gap ain't that big. Foden's in... Well, like, Foden's in his prime now. Is it Phil Foden in his prime now? Come on, man. The gap between... Nah, man. That's nasty. That's nasty work. That is diabolical work. Oh my gosh. That is dirty work, man. You're absolutely wrong for that. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. That is a horrible take, man. No offense, bro. I respect your opinion, but I respectfully disagree with that, man. My goodness. My goodness gracious me. That's a, you know what it is, yeah, I respect that. I respect your honesty. I'm not saying Wirtz isn't better. I'm asking you the question. Is he 100 million pounds better? I strongly don't think so. Like, I strongly don't think so. But like I said, they're both both potentially come to the Premier League, so we'll see who's better and who is used better. Maybe they're both good. Who knows? But yeah, that's an interesting take, my guy. But yeah, I'm actually speechless by that. If you're new to the stream, like the video, man. Like the video. It actually helps me out a lot. Helps get me in the algorithm, and helps put me in a position to be motivated to make more content, man. Sometimes you just need a little push to upload, to make content, to yeah, you know the drill. And also I'm going to be posting some NBA videos later today. Okay, let's see what you said now. Okay. Leon is selling Turkey cheap because they are in a deep financial situation. If not, Turkey's worth 60 million, but you are talking about Wirtz that has won the Bundesliga Player of the Year twice. Yeah, very true. But yeah, I can't. Here's the thing. So you're saying there's a 40 million pound difference, but you got to factor into account, yeah, it is harder to win the Player of the Year in Ligue 1 when you see how good that PSG team is. In the Bundesliga, there's not many players better than Wirtz. Wirtz is arguably is or was the best player in that league. The only person you can really compete with him is like a Harry Kane, a Jamal Musiala. Last season, their best player was Elise. So when you factor all of that into account, it's not really hard for him to be the best player because the talent pool, at least, is not that big compared to Liga. You got Kvaratskhelia, you got Deze Adoué, you got Bradley Barcola, you got Ousmane Dembele, you got Hakimi, you got Vitinha, you got Ferran Ruiz, man, you got freaking what's his name? João Neves. Like, there's so many players that are talented in that league, and you got a lot of people's the guy that a lot of people don't like and have an issue with for obvious reasons, Mason Greenwood. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of ballers out there in that league. So winning player of the year is very difficult. It's very, very difficult. But this is my opinion. If you're new to the stream, I see 3 people in the stream. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out my skit channel. It's called It's Dr. Blick. Link to that will be in the description. So after the stream, go check it out. I actually made a good stuff. Okay. Turkey is a good midfielder, but Wirtz is a playmaker. Isn't Turkey? Didn't Turkey win the most assists? I swear Turkey got the most assists. But let me continue. Wirtz scored 15 goals and 16 assists in all competitions as a midfielder. You know what? let's do this. Let's do this. I've got the comparison shit on here. Let's do Turkey versus Florian Wirtz. Okay, Wirtz here. Let's go league. Bundesliga. Let's do Turkey. Let's do Turkey. Okay. Turkey. Ryan Chucky. Okay. Wait, no, that's last season. Let's go this season. Okay. Boom. Wait, hold up. Boom. Wait, shit. Boom. Okay. Not sure if you can see that, but to make it easier, let me just zoom in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. Let's start off. Only 2 games separate between them. Florian Wirtz played more minutes. Shot accuracy, Turkey wins. Shots on target, Florian Wirtz wins. By a lot. Okay. Goals scored, Wirtz wins. Okay. Conversion rate, Turkey wins. Assists, they equal. Chances created, Turkey. Passing, Florian Wirtz has made a lot more passing purely because this guy probably dribbles more. Take-ons, Florian Wirtz, actually I was wrong. He has more completed take-ons. So if you look at it right here, yeah, it is pretty even. Not gonna lie to you, it is pretty even, and I'm pretty sure Turkey's younger. I'm pretty sure Turkey is younger. I think Turkey's like 21. Let me check. Okay, let's see what you're saying now. Okay, Turkey's a good play. Okay. It's not PSG's team, which other teams is exceptional in front. Okay. Fair enough. There's not that many good teams outside of the teams, but I was just talking about strictly players rather than teams. Okay, so let's do it now. Ryan, Turkey. Yeah, Turkey's 21 years old. He's going to be 22 in August. Very young player. But anyways, bro, man, I'm tired. Had been a long day today. Gotta edit some NBA videos, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Like the video if you haven't.